Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Karen Lavender Clothesline, and in today's video we're going to talk about what happens when you're in the thrift store and you come across items that you either can't comp, there aren't comps, or you don't know a lot about, and what causes you to make the decision to pick it up or put it back on the shelf or the rack. So that's what we're going to do today. I do have a rack of clothing behind me. A lot of this I don't know a lot about, and I'm just going to give you my thinking on it, why I picked it up and why I think it'll bring good profit, and a few items on the table in front of me. Alright, if you're new to my channel, I am a full-time eBay reseller. I earn my living this way. I've been selling 10 years, and lately I've been really picking up a lot of clothing. So I have quite a bit of clothing on the rack. We probably won't get to all of it. Some of the more interesting pieces, as this one I have on. So we're just going to go over why I picked these things up and what I think they might sell for. Hit the like and subscribe button. Get yourself something to drink. It's a haul video. So the other day I was in the thrift store. Every day I've been in the thrift store picking up a lot of clothing, hundreds and hundreds of items. And I came across these kimonos. These are all handmade, no tags, no branding of any kind, and no size. So now what do you do when you find something like this in the thrift store? Well, of course, I go ahead and pick it up because look how beautiful these are. Gorgeous. $4.99, I bought this one. I bought the one that I have on. And I also got this one on the table. Now these are vintage. One of them has a little bit of staining. I have to look into whether I'm going to wash this and try to de-stain it or if I'm going to sell it as is. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. These seem to be made out of polyester. I don't think they're silk. They don't feel like silk to me. This one is lined. This one is unlined. And you can see hand stitching here. Beautiful work. All those stitches, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, the same size, but this is all hand stitched. And the pink one I have on. Just beautiful. So you can see why I picked them up for the print alone. Now when the buyer gets this, I don't know if a buyer is just displaying this on the wall, you know, as a piece of art, or they're going to deconstruct it and use the material for pillows or something like that if they have the boho style going on. But that is why I picked them up. They're beautifully made. The workmanship is gorgeous. Even with staining, I think they'll do quite well. I paid $5 each, and I'm guessing they're going to bring probably between 50 and 60. Now I will run comps for them. Very hard to run comps on something like this because you don't know the workmanship and the quality of the material just by sight. So I will use that as a loose judge. But for these, I judge them on how beautifully they are made. You know, I can see how they're made and just the gorgeous prints and colorways. This next item, when I saw it on the clothing rack, I thought, wow, that is really nicely made. It is a hoodie, one-piece men's pajama. Very big, size large. And on it, the print says 21 Pilots. And it has this logo emblem patch here on the chest. And here is the tag. And I was like, 21 Pilots, what does that even mean? So of course I did Google that, and I saw that other clothing was in Google, and I thought, okay, I'm going to give that a chance. I did not know that this was music artists, you know, and they are quite popular, and I went ahead and picked it up. I believe I paid $6.99 for it. That is all the information I had, and I put it right in my cart. What caused me to do that was the quality of the piece and just how different it is with the applique patch. The branding is beautiful, and the whole thing has the logo on it. So once I got it home and, you know, it was all ready to be listed, I did sit down last night, and this one's already on, and listed in my eBay store at Lavender Clothesline. And within, I'm going to say 5 or 10 minutes, I was getting hits on it. Now I listed it as auction because I didn't know the value of it. I didn't know whether people are going to want this or not. I couldn't tell. This was the only one on eBay that I could find. So what I do when that happens is I list something as auction. Now I did not fill in the buy it now price because again, I didn't know what people would be willing to pay for it. And like I said, within 5 or 10 minutes, I had probably 6 different buyers asking if they could buy it. And that right there was a very good sign. Now I was going to put in a buy it now price, and by the time I got to it, around to doing that, I was no longer able to do that because the first bid came in. I had started it at $30, but I'm very excited to see what this one brings. I mean, it might only bring the $30, but right now I have, I think, over 10 watchers on it, and people still asking if I will sell it to them outright. So far, the highest is $100 that they named to give me, but it's already bid on auction, so I won't end the auction early. But see this? I knew nothing about it. I had never heard of 21 Pilots before. I strictly went on how nicely made this is and the branding. This next dress is just stunningly beautiful. I'll hold out the arms so you can see how gorgeous these kimono sleeves are, or kerchief sleeves. I would call these kimono sleeves. Isn't this a beautiful dress? This is Trina Turk. I'm going to take the dress off the mannequin so you can see the label. Trina Turk is a brand that I sell very rarely. I used to sell it more and then sales on it slowed down. But this dress is such a quality dress. Let me unzip the zipper all the way so we can get it off the mannequin so I'm not struggling. Put Betsy to the side. And here is the label. I did not run a comp to see what Trina Turk dresses are bringing nowadays, and like I said, I think the brand either fell out of favor or got saturated, but this is gorgeous, and I paid, let me see if the tag is still on it. I might have cut this tag off. I believe I paid $7 or $8 for the dress. I might have paid as much as $10 for it, but look at the print on this. The whole dress is lined. The print is gorgeous. And it's in excellent condition. So size 14, again, a great size, and that's what made me pick it up. All of those things, beautifully made. Trina Turk I have heard of before, and I really think this dress is going to do well. I'm guessing that probably 50 to 60, if not higher. Here is the dress. The tag says Sunday Saint Tropez. I do remember a store when I used to live on Long Island called, I think it was called Saint Tropez West. I'm not positive about that. And they had very high-end clothing, but I loved going in there. I don't think I ever bought anything in there, but I loved going in there to see just such a beautifully made item, just very flowy and floaty and feminine, a lot of beach island type of things. And when I saw this dress, it reminded me of that shop. Sunday Saint Tropez, I think Sunday is the line, the clothing line within Saint Tropez. I know Saint Tropez, I believe, or Saint Barth, also was in Target for a while. I don't know if those two companies are related, but look at the style of this dress. That's what made me pick it up. If this dress isn't Cottagecore, I don't know what is. Fell in love with this, and tag's still on it. $8 I paid. It's almost like a Cottagecore print. Is that what Cottagecore is? A cat, right? Cottagecore. What am I thinking of? Let's say chintz. I think it's a chintz print. I don't know what my mind is thinking of. You get what I'm saying. Beautiful, beautiful. And so it is the style that made me pick this one up. Here is a pair of men's trousers or pants, and they're new with tags. The store sold them for $79.50. This is Brooks Brothers, which I sell, and I have sold before. But the thing that I didn't know was Brooks Brothers Garment Dyed Collection, and this is called Brooks Brothers, what is the name of this? Red Fleece. So I guess red fleece is the line of clothing. I don't even know what the red fleece refers to. Their symbol is the golden fleece, the little sheep that's hanging in the, what do we want to say, in the little sling. But gorgeous, gorgeous quality. It's almost like a tweed chino. And when I find something like this that has tags and it's Brooks Brothers quality item, $4.99, I said yes, put it in my cart right away. Dana Buchman is a brand that I don't normally pick up. I do pick up pieces that I find that really speak to me. I love them. They're beautiful quality from pretty much any brand, as long as I know the brand is not a super low-end brand. So that's kind of like the rule I have across the board. You guys know that. I'm all about how beautiful something is and the quality, the way it's made. This is Dana Buchman. Look at this thing. Gorgeous sweater. Beautiful animal print, and it's got this beadwork trim up here that it almost reminds me of like a reptile or a snake skin. Beautiful condition, $5 again. So I did not run a comp on Dana Buchman because I know the name. I figure it's at least mall quality, and it's beautiful condition and gorgeous style. And if it doesn't sell, I'll probably wear this one. I think this one would look nice. Here's an item that I love, this style, this real peasant style. This is Free People. You guys know that I know about Free People, but Free People lately has become more and more saturated. I think Free People is really selling off quite a bit of their clothing in inventory purchases for resellers. I see a lot of resellers picking up Free People in like pallets in bulk. I'm not sure how they're doing that. Not really something that I want to do. I like going out into the thrift stores and the, different shops and hand picking each item that I want to sell. I have never bought bulk inventory. Well, let me correct myself. The only time I bought bulk inventory was with ThredUp's jewelry rescue boxes. So I did buy a few boxes that way, but clothing, I don't think I have ever bought bulk clothing. But this blouse, just beautiful. I say just beautiful a lot. Extra small. Embroidery, empire, an inverted V empire, very roughly, and this should do quite well. I'm thinking 30 to 33, something like that. Here's a company, I think I've sold this one time, this brand, and I did comp it, and I forgot what the comps were like, but I picked it up again. This is CNC California. So there is the tag. And it is an oversized legging look, almost like a pajama style woman's linen button down. It's like a button placket. I think that's a very beautiful style. Very easy living, island vibe. And again, I paid $5 for it. And you can see that there's a seam here, and it gives you an extra sense of style because the pattern goes a different way. I really like that too. Up next is a dress. This is Madewell. I have almost stopped picking up Madewell, and Madewell used to be a brand for me probably 5 years ago. I'd be like, oh, Madewell, because Madewell's store has quite a bit of expensive clothing in it. Now they do have, where I am, they have a back portion with clearance, and it's usually quite filled, which I think Madewell kind of had a hard time selling at that price point because Madewell's clothing, in my opinion, has a tendency to have a little bit less style. They're more like basic and more plain looking. So I don't know if that's what happened, but look at this dress, beautiful print. It's like a chiffon ruffle, very feminine, little tassels at the neckline. And I'm not sure what I'm going to get for this, definitely less than what it used to bring, but I'm guessing probably 25, something like that. Now again, when I sit down to list, I will run comps, but I do not run comps in the store at this level for a lot of things. I'm just using my judgment, and like I said, this video is about items that I really don't know a lot about, or I haven't checked comps in a while, so I don't know how the brand is doing, but what causes me to pick up the item. Now this is a brand I haven't picked up in quite a while, Lafayette 148. This is a gorgeous, I can't even name this color. It's like a light gray, but it has almost like a, I don't know, like a pink or a lavender overblush in it. So this is what it looks like. I paid $8 for it. And the only reason I picked it up is I know Lafayette 148 is a quality brand, and the workmanship shows in the jacket. Beautiful jacket. All right, this next t-shirt could be a dime a dozen, but I loved the graphics so much. It'll probably only sell for $2. I said, oh, I'm putting that in my cart. It's so fun. Look how fun this is. I don't even celebrate Halloween necessarily, or, Day of the Dead, I think it's called. But this is hysterical. It is a skeleton riding on the water in a rubber ducky tube. Have you guys seen this? I think this is popular right now. And when I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, that's hysterical. Neon Riot, just a regular branding, not vintage, not single stitch, $5. Probably take a loss on this one. But I had to throw it in my cart because it was just so good. I think this little graphic is gonna make it sell through. I just realized I'm filming this whole video and I looked down because I saw something move on my arm and it's a Goodwill tag. Didn't Minnie Pearl, do you guys even know who Minnie Pearl is, used to wear like price tags on her hat? Oh dear, that is really dating myself. I think Minnie Pearl was around when I was like 4 and 5 years old. Anyway, Vera Bradley bags. I used to pick up a ton of Vera Bradley bags. I kind of stopped picking them up because a lot of the thrift stores were overpricing them. So when I saw this one, I thought, oh, they're gonna want $30 for this. And surprisingly enough, $7. Vera Bradley has so many different prints at this point, thousands of prints. I don't even try to find the print. I just put in Vera Bradley and kind of give like floral and name a few of the colors. I don't even know what this bag is called. This is a really big, it almost looks like not quite diaper bag size, but like a travel tote. This could definitely get you through a weekend, I would think, if you don't carry your curling iron and blow dryer like I do. But look how pretty this is. Definitely worth it, so I put it right in my cart. Sometimes I do know the brand of the item that I'm looking at, but I don't know within that brand if some things will sell for very good money and other things not so much. In other words, like if you find a t-shirt in J. Crew brand, most times you're not going to get more than tops $9.99 unless it's something that a celebrity wore, something like that. But if you find like a jean jacket in that brand, you might do very well with it. So it depends what the item is sometimes within any given brand. This is Boden. Again, Boden is a brand kind of like Madewell that the brand has become so popular to pick up that every reseller is picking them up, and it has been like a race to the bottom or it gets saturated. But look at the color on this blouse. This is Boden, and what size is this? 16, I think. Oh, that's UK. Size 12 for the US. And I thought with Christmas coming, with the holidays, it's a beautiful red blouse, great condition. I paid $4.99. In my mind, without comping, I thought, can I get like between $20 and $22 for this? And I felt I could. It even looks unworn, but I will, it must be unworn. I don't know what I was looking at. It's got this little hang tag. I don't think somebody would wear it with that on. It is missing the tag, so I will call this new without tags. But that's what made me pick it up. It's this beautiful lipstick red, just gorgeous. And right in my cart it went. Okay, so 2 more dresses in brands that I do know, but I did not comp, basing it on my knowledge of the brand, even though I don't know what these items are bringing currently, because if something sold for very good money 2 years ago, even a year ago, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to do well, you know, if you pick it up. You have to constantly refresh your knowledge of brands to see if they are still selling. Like Lululemon, a couple of years ago, Lululemon was just like the ultimate, you know, amazing bolo. Now Lululemon, if you comp and you put in Lululemon black leggings, you can get a pair of Lululemons for like $10. It's crazy. And there's so much of it out there that sometimes I even wonder if it's still worth picking up. Anyway, back to this dress. This is Joie. And you guys know that I have picked this up recently, Joie. Most times I'm finding the blouses, the tops, and the skirts. I don't think I've found a dress in a while. Pink and blue, floral. It is new. It's got its little waist tie, its little belt hanging from a new tag. Size medium. What did I pay? I paid $8 for it, so hopefully it does well. And I'm thinking probably $24 to $28. This next brand is Nanette Lepore. I don't even know if I say that right. Lepore. Lepore? Could be Lepore. I've always said it the other way. Nanette Lepore. Made in New York City, size 6. Again, very lightweight summer shift dress. And I have a wedding to go to in a couple of weeks, but this is kind of summery, or I would wear this. It is a backyard wedding. Very comfortable, beautiful, flowy. All the right keywords will go with this one. And I paid, did I say already, $8. The next two items that I want to talk about that I know very little about is a set of drapes and a tablecloth. At first glance, quickly, I knew it wasn't Ralph Lauren, but that's what my mind thought right away, like, oh, are those Ralph Lauren? But they are not. This is Waverly. I'm going to open this up a little bit so you can really see the design of it. Here's my conundrum. I don't know a lot about Waverly. I think Waverly has different levels of their brand and different places that it has been sold. So if I'm not mistaken, I think Waverly was in Walmart for a while, wasn't it? You guys can correct me on that, leave a comment down below. What am I thinking of? So this Waverly is just Waverly. I think Waverly has a couple of different tag names, like Waverly Home, Waverly for this one. Might have even been Target. But when I saw the quality of these, I thought to myself, there's no way that this is for Walmart. You could just feel the quality of them. And what did I pay? I think I paid $1.50 or $2.50. Do I still have the tag? They're getting ready to go into the washing machine. Let me just see. I think I cut tags. They do, oh, they've been dry cleaned. That was very nice. I might have to check these and see if they are cleaned. Pretty sure I paid $2.50 for the two, or $1.50 each. I think it was $2.50 for the two on the hanger, which is an excellent price. Beautiful floral pattern. So in other words, you can hear what I'm saying. I really wasn't sure. I mean, I know Waverly is a beautiful fabric company. When you go into like a Joann's fabric, the Waverly fabric is just so pretty. But I really don't know what quality I have here, like what level. So there I'm just using my judgment. And for $2.50 to $3, yeah, I'm putting it in my cart. This next item is a tablecloth. Again, it's Waverly. I'm gonna open it up so you can see how pretty the print is, if I can get it open. Here we go. I feel like this was made in the 90s. I feel like in the 90s we saw a lot of prints like this, even on couches. You would go into people's homes and they had painted their walls pink and had a lot of floral furniture going on. I don't really know what the men thought about that, but I am looking for the tag on this one. I just saw a tag too. Let's see if I can find us a tag. Okay, here it is. Now the tag has been crossed out. I don't know if it's crossed out by the store or by the previous owner. And this one is Waverly Home. I don't think you're going to be able to see it with the marker on it. And again, I don't think, was Waverly Home sold for a discount type store? If it was, this is really nice quality. But that's what made me pick it up, and I did pay $1.50 for this one. So for the set of drapes, if I was to guess, I'm thinking probably maybe $55 to $60, and for the tablecloth, probably mid-20 range, something like that. All right, we're gonna do one last item that is a hard good, and I picked this up to ask you guys a question, and I should know this by now, but I think I've forgotten. So I was in Goodwill, as usual, and I was on the brown aisle, and I came across this statue, this wood carving. Looks to be an eagle. And the wood is very heavy, very solid or dense. It's not a very light weight wood. And I'm thinking, is this ironwood? Do you guys know about ironwood? It's a very, very dark, heavy wood. But if I looked at this, I don't know that I'd be able to tell whether it was like, I don't know, mahogany, or what else could this be? What are you? I'm not quite sure. But leave a comment down below if you know how to identify. I think it's called ironwood. So there he is. And the first thing I did was feel his beak, and it's not chipped, which is so nice. Most times I find birds, their little beaks are chipped. All right, guys, I think that is the video for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hit the like and subscribe button, and as always, go out and get what's yours.